So if it takes you more than 10 minutes to locate or retrieve a document, file, video, or folder, then this video is for you guys. Hi, my name is Mona. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm a magazine journalist turned communications and marketing specialist, and I now run this YouTube channel. So we're going to be talking about digital clutter today. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's a little chilly today, so you will see a little heater. I do apologize about this about my little heater in the background, but it is a little bit cold today and my room is a little bit chilly, so I've just got that in the background. But besides that, I hope you guys are well. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I cleaned my digital clutter and the benefits that it had to my personal life after I cleaned everything and organized everything. And so we're going to be talking about digital clutter. Okay, so we're going to be talking a little bit more about how I sorted and organized my digital clutter. So that includes videos, documents, emails as well. And I'm going to be talking you through some of the systems that I've actually created and the benefit of organizing a digital clutter and how that's helped me be more efficient in my work life. But most importantly, on how it's actually helped me be more efficient on YouTube so that I can upload a video every week. So even if you are very organized at some point in your life, I'm pretty sure everyone does get overwhelmed with their digital clutter. I know that I have, and it happens to me more often than I'd like to admit. So the first section here, which is the main thing, and I think is actually the most important in terms of creating yourself a system, is to be able to figure out how to actually organize your content. So in terms of organizing files and folders, what I've done is I actually have a folder on my hard drive which says storage, and I basically took this system off Marie Kondo from her book Do I Work, where she talks about organizing your digital clutter and how she has 3 folders, one which is current projects, one which is past projects, and then one is storage. I haven't actually taken the entire system and implemented it because I think it doesn't actually work for me, but I have taken the storage part. So what I do is stuff like passwords or past written projects, past projects that I've worked on, any for example my past articles and things like that, I actually put them all into storage, which is easy to retrieve when I need it, but it's just not in my main section. It's not in my touch access, it's just there, and I don't have to create separate folders for past projects and things like that, so everything is just under storage. 2 of the things that I really struggled with was figuring out how do I actually organize my photos and my videos. So videos, because YouTube requires for me to retrieve different clips, so there's like more than 1,000 clips that I have, and obviously my YouTube journey is fairly quite new, so I'm just learning how to be consistent and how to actually build a system where I can put out content and upload content as many times as I want. And in order for me to do that efficiently, I need to have some sort of system and some sort of organizational system. So that was one of the most difficult things I've been trying to do in the past couple of weeks, but I finally figured it out. So I've actually organized them in folders. So I've numbered them, so I've got 01, and then I write the name of the folder, which is YouTube, and then within those folders then I kind of have folders of each video, and then I also have a separate folder outside where I've got all my graphics which I use regularly, all the music that I use, and then there's sound effects as well. I haven't actually organized everything properly, but at least I have a system, and there's a long way to go until I say that I have a perfect organized hard drive. But as you guys know, that it takes a while to organize and sort out everything, and I thought the best thing for me to do is actually to go through this journey right now before I actually get more followers and before things get a bit out of hand, so that I actually have the systems created in case I need to start putting out 2 videos a week. So currently I'm only on 1 video a week, but yes, in the future I would like to post a bit more, and so I am glad that I'm focusing on that right now. The same also goes for my photos. So my photos are also something that I retrieve on a regular basis, and I'm not currently working on Instagram, but I will in the near future, and so I'm kind of organizing all my photos and everything because I have separate ones. So when I was posting a Substack account, there was separate images which I added onto Instagram, and I kind of gave it its own folder in my hard drive so that I could retrieve that. But I currently have everything under a folder called Instagram within the images folder, and that's kind of helped me organize everything. So what it's done is I've taken everything off my Mac laptop and everything is on the hard drive, so whenever I need to work I just plug in my hard drive and then I start working. And what that does is I've actually bought back my time by organizing everything, because I realized that before, when I was going through the earlier start of this journey, when I hadn't even made even maybe like 4 videos yet and uploaded them onto YouTube, I realized that my system was really out of control, and because my system was out of control I didn't really enjoy making videos. But when I edited them and I uploaded the video, I really enjoyed my work and I felt like I was accomplished, and I really liked the whole process of doing it. But the whole process of creating the video and then kind of putting it onto my computer, which made my computer slow, and then I didn't have enough storage, all of that was really frustrating. And I'm the type of person that if the process is just not working, I really just give up. And if you guys are like that, I highly recommend that you start getting organized, because it will boost your efficiency and it will boost your mood, and I think you'll start to enjoy doing the things that you actually wanted to do, which was my issue. And I really should have thought about this before I started it. But anyway, we're getting on to it. We're creating the system, and I've actually realized that it wasn't fun. I was also taking around 10 to 15 minutes trying to locate and trying to find out where I had put a specific clip, and that was really frustrating. So yeah, so ever since I've organized everything, you've probably noticed that I am posting more on YouTube. You probably noticed that I'm posting quite regularly, which is a good thing, but it's also helped with some of the other things that I'm doing, retrieving documents and retrieving writing samples and portfolios and things like that. They were scattered all over the place and I've kind of just put them in one space. I don't know about you guys, but if you guys are watching this, I'm assuming that some of you are also in your 30s or maybe older, and you probably are not used to having digital clutter because you don't really think about digital clutter. And I also didn't really think much about it. So I'm somebody who grew up without computers. I remember buying our first computer, and I remember our school switching over to only laptops, and I found that very difficult. We kind of did that when I was in my teens, and I really found it quite difficult to keep up with everything. And I guess we weren't really educated on how to actually organize. Since then, I kind of just did my work, and I would, I knew where I had specific things, but then I wouldn't really organize things. But it was kind of like an organized mess. Like I knew where everything was and I could retrieve it, but all my photos were everywhere, all my videos were everywhere, everything was kind of everywhere. It wasn't really helpful, because the first thing that I felt after I organized everything into folders on my hard and put everything on my hard drive is how lighter I felt in my head and how positive I felt about digital clutter. Because I'm somebody that doesn't really enjoy being on a laptop. I kind of miss the non-digital world, even though I do enjoy it. I do see the benefits of it, and I'm not against technology, but in terms of my health, I definitely think that it's good to not be on your laptop all the time. And I enjoy writing notes, and I'm just like a very manual type of person. So I really felt that organizing all my digital clutter kind of put me back into that space. I now go out for more walks, and it kind of has the same effect when you organize your personal space. So adding shelves to your room, your space for productivity. That's how I felt when I organized my digital clutter, which I think has massively helped my mental health, along with other things as well, along with me being more efficient and genuinely enjoying the process of job applications or uploading on YouTube and creating videos. So this next section, I'm going to talk to you guys about emails. Now, if you're anything like me, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there who are probably in the same boat as me, where you have one email and you've pretty much got everyone sending you everything on that one email, and you have lots of junk emails as well. And I honestly find that the most frustrating part about having emails. Now, I am somebody who had neglected the digital clutter for such a long time that I had so many emails from past landlords, very random people. I never really thought about actually cleaning out my mail, which is a really bad thing. So I was that person who had 7,000 something emails, unchecked, unread emails on their little app on their phone. That was me. However, I started clearing everything out around 2020. I've definitely continued that system that I created for myself, which I'm very happy about. And I now have created another email. So I have two separate emails. I have one for job applications, and then I have one which I use for my creator stuff, which is for YouTube and for things like that, which has made my life much easier. Even though there's two emails to check, they're both professionalized, but I can keep them separate. In separating the two different types of work, which is 9 to 5 and then the side hustle, digital clutter isn't really limited to your laptop. I think I would also say that it works for your phone as well. There's different ways that you can organize your app, which I have done, but I found that the best way to actually organize your apps was to put them in folders, which is what I've done. And as you can see here, I've put my apps in folders, and yes, they are color coordinated, but I think it helps me locate where everything is because I know and I recognize the colors, which is just an easier system, and which works for me. So that was it. It was really short and sweet. Basically, it took me a long time to organize my digital clutter, but I don't think there's many things that you can do. I think as long as you have a filing system and you've organized everything separately, I think that's fine. I think that should work because you just need to figure out what are the things that you retrieve on a regular basis and what are the things that you don't really need on a regular basis and you don't need to retrieve that often, and then just put those in storage, and then the rest of the stuff you can retrieve. So one thing I will say, which was actually really helpful because I had so much digital clutter and I still have so much digital clutter, I actually used a cleaning system. So I basically downloaded an antivirus on my Mac, which had an option of cleaning your photos as well. And so I basically allowed it to scan my entire Mac, and it helped me delete duplicate photos, which was really helpful because I actually had quite a lot. And after I deleted that, I put everything onto my hard drive into the images folder, and I'm still organizing everything as I said, but this system was actually really helpful in terms of just doing the parts that you may otherwise have to do manually, but you can just use an app. So yeah, I think there's lots of apps out there. I will link what I use down in the description box below if you guys want to use it, but if you don't want to use it, there's loads of different apps and systems that you can use online and you can download for free. Another section that I decluttered was things like iPhotos, G Drive. So I have two emails. They're both Gmail emails, and I basically uploaded photos onto them and other documents, which I've moved everything onto the hard drive. So if you guys haven't thought about getting a hard drive, I highly recommend that you do, because like I mentioned before, obviously it does make your Mac much faster because you don't have that much content on it. I think it's easier to move everything off your G Drive onto the hard drive as well, unless there's specific things that you retrieve all the time and you need them on the go. So if you need them for work or anything like that, I would highly recommend that you actually move everything onto a hard drive. For me, it does not work because there's nothing at the moment that I would urgently need. So I've actually moved everything onto my hard drive, and it's just made my life much easier. Okay, so that is it for this week. It shouldn't be that difficult to clean your digital clutter, but I do think that it's a very important aspect of you becoming more efficient in your work and for you to actually enjoy what you do. Those are the benefits for me, and obviously take my system or you can create your own system. But if you're struggling, demotivated with your work or with the side hustles that you're doing, or you're doing YouTube, or if you're writing a book, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. But if you feel like you're struggling, then it might be time to clean out your digital clutter and see if that helps with your mood and see if that makes you a bit more efficient. And I will see you guys next week.